Welcome to Buzz in the Tower, a podcast dedicated to the movies of the 1980s and the 1990s. I'm your host, Mo Shapiro. It's October. We're talking scary movies. I'm joined, as always, by Max Sanders. Max, welcome to the show.
Hello.
A lot to talk about. And I think we should really focus on talking about other things than the movie we picked today, because it sucks.
What?
I hate Hocus Pocus.
Are you serious?
Spoiler alert. I was disappointed rewatching it.
It was so endearing and charming and Disney and cutesy.
Can't wait to have another podcast where I don't like the movie and you do. This is
man.
Shades of Howard the Duck.
I can't believe this. Like, your kids majestic, like, look at it.
I know.
Do your kids love it?
Maybe I came out too
Reese
strong.
is like a theater chick.
My kids do love it, so I'm gonna take a deep breath.
Your oldest is a theater girl. Does she not adore this movie?
Loves this movie. All three of my kids love it.
Yeah.
I know. All right, Max.
Yeah.
It's your first time to the show. Don't turn it off just because I was throwing shade at Hocus Pocus. There are a couple things I like about it, so it won't be too bad of an episode. Okay. Also, remember, follow, subscribe, write a review, 5 stars. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any podcast player. We've done the work already. We're there for you. We're waiting.
Anywhere.
YouTube.com @Buzz in the Tower. That's where you can see me wearing my University of Michigan shirt. Because, Max,
fail to the victors.
What I've learned from being a lifelong
more.
What I've learned from being a lifelong Lions fan,
Burn Tuttle,
is when things hurt, that's when you lean into it, and then the good comes.
What's Tuttle? Is that Inner Space?
No,
Tuttle. What's
Tuttle
Tuttle
from Tacoma. It's
Volunteers.
Volunteers with John Candy. Yeah. How did you not? Every time I hear his name, I immediately think of John Candy from what is it? Steve Tuttle from Tacoma or something, or Tom Tuttle from Tacoma. Yeah. Well, he made me lose my train of thought per usual. Social media @Buzz in the Tower is our handle. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on anything. We've got all types of social media. I sound so old. Don't smoke the drugs, and we've got the social media.
Just say no.
Yeah, right. In addition to that, Max, patreon.com/Buzz in the Tower, where you can support the show. It's not cheap to buy purple shirts with.
It is cheap.
I don't know, whatever you do.
It's a skull. It's Halloween.
It's Halloween. It's
Are you a spirited Halloween guy?
I'm the spirit of national championships past.
Yeah. I have more decorations outside than you do, and I don't decorate very much.
Well, you also have unlimited free time and work 20 hours a week.
But you're a dad. Like, don't you like...
Who are you looking at? You and my daughter do that. You guys look off into the distance.
I have like...
Are you on the spectrum? I want to get you tested. Your wife and I talked about this right before your wedding. I have autism a
little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Selena was like... She said something to the effect of, I've got this, save the wounded animal syndrome, and Max's for sure has something going on.
So it's so funny. She will dry heave when she sees food in the sink. You know what I mean? It's gross because it's wet. But we were driving past our house the other day and there's a dead squirrel, and she's like, he doesn't have a burial. And she went out and picked it up with trash bags on her hand and buried it. I'm like, how is that different?
Yeah,
right?
I mean, who knows, Max?
I'm her dead squirrel.
You are her dead
she needs
squirrel.
To bury me.
Good old
Squeeze that guinea pig.
Squeeze that guinea pig, indeed. That's so good.
What do guinea pigs sound like?
I love throwbacks to old episodes. It's good.
What do they sound like?
It sounds like you when you're coughing.
Do they really?
No, they don't.
I should get a guinea pig.
We are sponsored. Don't feed it for a week. We are sponsored by 80stees.com. It's
not anymore after that.
No, they're good. We're not hurting animals.
Richard Gere is who we're sponsored by.
Let me know when you're ready. You spent the better part of 15 minutes this morning telling me what a rush we were in and making me uncomfortable because I gotta go to work, gotta do this.
I pull up to your house after an hour and 20 minutes of driving. When I leave I leave a half an hour early.
Got someone up there?
Your stare frightens me.
Sorry, what were we saying?
You have brown poo-colored eyes.
Poo-colored
like your
eyes.
heart.
That's better than having...
I have the greatest eyes.
You've got the...
Pete
Davidson eyes.
Look how well he's doing.
He's doing great. He looks very...
No Diddy parties for him.
He looks very ill. He looks very, very ill.
Yeah, he's probably got every sexually transmitted disease known to man. He's got Ghana, Sypha, Herp, AIDS.
You are not funny or creative.
And yet you keep laughing.
I can't help it. Why are my eyes so itchy? They're burning. Did I have something on my finger? Do you know one of my...
I had hot sauce for breakfast.
No, do you know one of my most repeated dumb things that I do is every time I eat hot wings. Every single time I eat
you rub
wings,
your wings?
I rub my eyes.
Rub your wings.
Yeah, I rub my wings. I do. I hold the hot wing and I'm like, delicious hot wing. I shall rub you. Do you speak the Queen's English, sir?
No. I'm like the first part of the King's
Where did
speech.
we leave off on all the things we were talking about? Did I cover everything?
You went to the Minnesota Lions game with your son.
No, I meant like for our show, but we will talk about that.
Well, that is funny because I posted on TikTok.
I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to jump right into that. Coster, Max is
ineptitude.
Like his inability to execute the simplest of things it's staggering.
It's miraculous.
So let me go back in time for a minute. So I think we have a handful of fans out there that are Minnesota Vikings fans. Yeah. I bought tickets 4 weeks ago to this game, which was great, right? Because this is before the Vikings were 5-0 or 4-0.
Yeah, everyone thought they were going to be garbage this year. Great.
I think
like middle of the road.
Middle of the road.
Yeah.
I think because even when JJ McCarthy was healthy, I think everybody knew that Sam Darnold was going to start the year and then JJ would come in. But look, they got Justin Jefferson, and he's the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Yep.
My 2 cents. And their defense is good. And the Vikings are always stingy. So I like to try and surprise my son. Last year, I took him to the Tampa Bay game. Didn't tell him until the morning we left. I'm like, pack a bag. We're getting on a plane. So I did the same thing this year. But I got tickets a while ago, so they weren't that expensive. And Minnesota's only like an hour and a half flight from Detroit. So I wake my son up at 4:45 a.m., I take a wireless Bluetooth speaker and I throw it in his room and I start blasting Forward Down the Field, the Lions fight song. Go into his room. I videotape him waking up. He drops an articulate and beautiful 11-year-old F-bomb.
Someone said he woke up like the Undertaker. He just lifted up.
Undertaker is like a transformer, but the
Undertaker
is what you were referring to.
I said taker.
You said tanker.
Oh.
I want you to go back and I want you to highlight Coster because he lies. He says that he says things one way and he doesn't. Highlight that it was Undertaker that you said.
The Undertaker. The Undertaker.
So thanks for that. So he wakes up, drops an F-bomb. I tell him, hey, we're going to the game. He's super excited. I have all this on video. It's really cute, right?
It is.
And so anyways, long story short, the Minnesota fans are incredible. The stadium is one of the most beautiful stadiums I've ever been to.
It's the bank, right?
It's incredible. It's all glass. Yeah. It's huge, like not even doors, like the walls open for like a fresh air feel in the stadium. The fans were, like I said, they were great. The game was great. The Lions win. Awesome. We had front row 20-yard line visitor side, which I don't think I could have afforded if it was
like now.
Later, yeah. But I got him great deal on the tickets.
Aaron, you could afford them. Money bags.
Oh, yes. I mean, I am rolling in the Buzz in the Tower money. Cha-ching. But I send Max a text knowing that on Sunday he wouldn't be rolling out of bed until roughly 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
Yep.
I said, hey, take this video of me waking up my son
and ruin it.
Throw it on our TikTok page, right? And because a lot of our friends, like, you know, they dig the Lions stuff, and I thought maybe the Lions might pick it up and we get a little viral, whatever. So I go to the game and I check on Max. Okay, he posts the video of me waking up Aaron. Mind you, the entire exciting part of this video is like you hear the Lions fight song, you hear Aaron wake up, the interaction. He somehow accidentally presses a button and overlays music at full volume, so you have no idea what's going on. You literally see like the first 20 seconds of the video. It's like dark. Yeah, and I texted him back. I was like, "Hey, bro, the music you selected. I didn't even question why he selected. I'm like, the music you selected is drowning out all the audio on the video." He replies back, "Whoops, not supposed to be music there. My bad." Yeah. I'm like, and there you have Max Sanders.
Well, I posted it regular and no one liked it anyways.
Yeah,
so
no, it didn't
people don't love the father-son moments.
They didn't get it. Well, you know, Max, I don't know what to tell you. I will tell you that if there was a chance for it to succeed, you shot that in the back of the head.
Can you pretend you're a troop coming home and we play like Doherty?
I'm coming home. That's what the music you should have played. You should that I would have understood if you had played like the "I'm Coming Home" music for military reunions.
I think I muted the actual video.
You're an absolute idiot. It's unbelievable. Max, we are in October. We're doing our
I'm like Sarah Jessica Parker.
You are. All right. Let me say before I go a step further on this.
Yep.
Let me give you a synopsis of the movie.
Yeah.
After moving to Salem, Massachusetts, close to where you grew up, right?
Yeah.
Teenager Max Dennison, played by
Max.
Omri Katz.
Yeah.
It's a rough name. I thought Mo was a rough name. Omri Katz.
It's a Jew name.
It is.
Yeah, he's Israeli.
Explores an abandoned house with his sister, Dani, played by Thora Birch, and their new friend, Allison, who's played by Vinessa Shaw.
Why are you giving all the actors things? Just get to the plot. A teenage boy named Max and his little sister moved to Salem.
You lost that right when you screwed up my video. After dismissing a story, Allison tells as superstitious, Max accidentally frees a coven of evil witches.
Because he's a virgin.
Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy.
Sure.
Cool. Who used to live in the house. Now, with the help of a magical cat, the kids must steal the witch's book of spells to stop them from becoming immortal. I came out a little strong and said I hate this movie. Let me change this a little bit. I found out a fact about this movie that explains why I don't like it. This movie was built and made to be a Disney original, like family movie on the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
It's not, it doesn't, when you see it in the theater or even when you're watching it after and you're like, oh, this is a movie, it doesn't fit the bill of a movie. It's not a movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's a made for TV movie in the best possible way.
I know, but but hear me out. If you told me, hey, today we're going to review a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
I would go into reviewing it very differently than if you told me it's a movie.
Did you see it in theaters? I'm confused.
I never saw this in theaters.
Okay.
I think I've seen this. I might have watched this one time with my kids 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I probably, to be honest with you, was like flipping through TikTok on my phone while they were watching it.
Yeah, it's campy. You know what I mean? Like it's
not just the campiness.
Well, the one dayness of it all, like the one day adventure, the Halloween, like you don't get fun family movies on Halloween. I guess there's another one Selena recommended to me, Halloween Town. Yeah. Is that good?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, it's a movie where I probably have watched it in the background while my kids are watching it.
And I think they do a smart thing, though. The fish out of water, that they're the 16th century witches in the future. But the fact that it's Halloween is a nice turn because, like, they kind of blend in. You know what I mean? Like, I like the cleverness of that.
It's cute.
Yeah.
I can concede.
What's wrong with cute?
I also will say, Sarah Jessica Parker is famously made fun of for not being pretty.
Well, she just got a very masculine face.
In this movie, for whatever reason, very hot.
A lot of makeup.
Well, maybe that's it. Maybe that's all it takes. But I found her.
No, she's very attractive in general.
Yeah.
It's just her face has.
She's married to my favorite actor of all time.
The murderer.
Even though he's a
number
murderer.
one.
Yeah. I mean, Matthew Broderick.
He's your favorite actor?
80s. He's one of my favorite. I love Matt. You know what? That's such a stupid comment. I watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off on the plane. And I have such incredible recency bias right now. Because
it's like saying Ray Liotta's my favorite actor because Goodfellas is just incredible. And I watched it yesterday.
Well, did you watch it yesterday? Of course you watched it yesterday.
I listened to it.
I know.
Yeah. It's a Halloween tradition.
It is, I know, right? On the 21st day of Halloween.
You think you're strong?
Ray Liotta. Do you know, by the way, that Ray Liotta, one of his best roles ever was in that Seth Rogen movie,
Observe and Report.
Yeah.
Love this movie.
I love that movie. We should have done that movie.
It's so dark.
I don't know what we talk about. It's super dark.
Yeah.
I it's interesting, right? Because the other thing that was playing against this movie was I always love when we dig up facts about films. So they released this film in July of 93. And the reason they released it in July, which is unique for a Halloween movie.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
They didn't want to compete against Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Which is an amazing movie.
It's unreal. Yeah.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's high on my list of Tim Burton films.
But it has the same kind of like majesty.
No, it doesn't.
You don't think so? Okay.
You're conflating majesty with campy.
I guess.
Majesty or majesty?
Traditional sometimes.
Majesty.
Yeah. This is like a traditional movie.
It's a cult movie.
Yeah.
I think that's different than a traditional
movie.
Like
Rocky Horror Picture Show kind of thing.
I don't compare those two.
Like you can go see this movie. I looked it up. I searched Hocus Pocus the first time. And
it's everywhere.
It showed showtimes at actual theaters right now.
I know. Look, I'm with you on the traditional piece of it.
Witch's Brew.
Bette Midler is great in it.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, meh.
I mean, I really like Sarah Jessica Parker and the sisters. What's it called? Gary Marshall and Penny Marshall as the devil.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's an hour 36. It's nice and tight.
Yeah.
So,
What are your favorite scenes in this movie? Or what are your favorite parts of this movie? Talk to me about this movie, Max.
So
today's going to be a Max show.
The opening scene is really dark and kind of twisted.
Don't you blow it.
Didn't you think it was
I'm going to pet my hot wings while you talk.
Rub your eyes.
Rub my eyes.
But Binks in the original scene where his sister gets taken.
Yeah.
Like, this movie starts kind of like...
Starts dark.
Yeah.
And then when they are hanged, I was like, wow, that for a Disney film is, they threw the rope right around their necks and just kicked the logs, what are they called? Barrels out from underneath.
Yeah, and then they nerf the rest of the movie, but that's fun. Yeah. But like the parents being kind of cool parents, like these were parents that reminded me of License to Drive parents. Yeah. Like super cool. She dresses Madonna. Yeah. They love to dance. And they're just like, oh, you kids will get...
You know who she is, right? She's from... she plays Chet's wife in The Great Outdoors.
Yeah. Oh my... I didn't know that one. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Think about it, remember? Yeah. She's like the
No, I get it. Yeah, she's naked.
Just calm down.
Right? Isn't she?
Yeah,
I
think so.
Or is he naked?
No, he's not naked.
Okay.
She's naked.
Okay.
And they're doing a little dance.
Yeah.
Making a little love. Getting down
a little
to
horizontal polka.
Little Casey and the Sunshine Band, if you will.
He voices Scooby-Doo.
Who voices Scooby-Doo?
Casey.
You're thinking Casey.
Yeah.
Not Casey and the... Jesus, man.
How many Caseys are there? Case Keenum?
There's a lot. Casey Hawkins?
Yeah. Who's that?
We used to work with her at the bar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
I thought you sounded like someone famous.
No. Oh, Hawkins Botsy found.
Yeah, but all the kids, like the fact that the whole town.
Down here.
Yeah.
Not up here. Up here's their time. Down here's our time.
No.
I need you to start making consistent eye contact with me. It's distracting.
Okay. Have I not? Have I done it?
You just did it right now.
Have I done it better in the past?
No. It's today's,
Okay.
I don't know. You're scared. You're all squirrely.
Well, I'm disagreeing with you, which is disheartening. Usually when we agree, I'm a little more calm.
Yeah. You're not calm.
But the fact that the whole town
immediately looks up. Immediately. Go ahead.
The whole town embraces the Halloweenness. Like the teacher's telling the story of the three sisters.
So that like there is one. So it's funny that you're talking about this.
Yeah.
The one thing I do kind of like about this is that the cool kid from California that just moves into town, when he's like pish poshing all the story, all the actual cool kids are like, this is real. You don't make fun of this story. This is like Salem.
It's like 21 Jump Street. The kid who you think is going to be cool is actually not, in reverse.
I also will say there's something, and I don't know, this is not the fault of Hocus Pocus. This is true with a lot of these kind of films. The over-the-topness of bullies. Like, I get it. I get that bullies exist, and I get that that's a real thing, but like, the give me your shoes...
You didn't have bullies like that?
No, I don't remember. Maybe I was the bully. Yeah. That's why I don't remember it. It's triggering for me.
I was going to say, bullies are over the top by definition because they're picking on someone for no real reason.
But like the two bullies in this movie remind me of, did you ever used to watch Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Do you remember like the two like guys that were like,
oh yeah.
They like have that like almost fictitious over the top absurdity to like being idiots and bullies.
Yeah, I enjoy that. Yeah. Ice.
Yeah. Don't call me that. My name's Ice. And he's got it shaved in the back of his head.
Well, this is during Vanilla Ice time.
I know, Max.
Yeah.
I know. 93 was the year for me.
Early 90s stuff is fun. I mean, like there's zombies, there's graveyard rules.
Yeah.
Like
the special effects were good. The practical effects were good.
Yeah, the cat apparently was so scary they had to dial it down. It was too realistic.
Originally the fangs were too big. They had actually 9 different, you're talking the animatronic cat.
Yeah.
For real cats, they had 9 different cats that they used. Each had a different skill set.
Cats are hard to do
I have
stuff
a unique skill set.
Liam Neeson as a cat.
That'd be amazing.
But apparently, like when the cat jumped on Max, they already had the cat on him. You know what I mean? Like they can't teach a cat to jump like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cats are difficult.
They are.
Yeah.
I like cats. I
have an outdoor cat now.
You do? Is that just like a local cat that you're feeding? Or?
Yeah, but she lives with us basically now. We bought her a house outside and we feed her all the time. Her name's Crash.
Good. It's fantastic.
I like silly names for cats, like Box.
Yes, that's great.
Mr. Buttons.
This movie could have been a lot different. So Leonardo DiCaprio was offered the role of Max Dennison. He passed to play Arnie Grape in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Have you seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Oh my God, yeah.
Devastating. That's a gut-wrenching movie.
Mama, wake up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's rough.
People thought he was mentally challenged because he was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder.
Well, this is before the internet. You know?
I know. I wonder in Tropic Thunder when they talk about going
Simple
full.
Jack.
Yeah, when they go full. I in my head was that. Did he mention that one?
No.
No, because he mentioned I Am Sam, Forrest Gump.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't mention what's
Fart in the tub, laugh your ass off.
Fart in the tub, laugh your ass off. That's good.
Yeah. Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder is
amazing.
A masterclass in satirical humor. It's so good.
But you know what's interesting? It's not a good rewatch movie, but it's good in clips. You know what I mean?
Oh, really? I'll rewatch it.
Do you go back to it?
Yeah, I've gone back to it. I love it.
Tug Speedman.
So the producer, David Kirshner,
Yep.
he came up with the idea for this movie because he created it as a bedtime story that he was telling his daughter. And it kind of just like moved from there. And if you don't know his name, you should definitely know Kenny Ortega's name because he's the guy behind High School Musical, Cheetah Girls, and The Descendants. Are you familiar with any of those 3
High School
Disney
Musical
properties?
is a big deal, right?
Yeah. So
is that Efron?
That's Zac Efron.
Yeah.
The Descendants is a huge deal.
I don't know what that is.
So The Descendants is a Disney property that talks about moving forward into the future, like Snow White's daughter
and
Beauty and the Beast's son.
Yeah.
and like all the descendants, right?
Yeah.
All of these, like 101 Dalmatians, Cruella de Vil's son. They all go to school with each other.
Oh, that's cool.
And my kids are obsessed with this stuff.
Yeah.
I think they've made like 3 or 4.
Yeah, there's a third one that just came out.
Oh my God, they love that stuff. So he's the director or the mind behind all those. Another casting decision that would have been funny. Rosie O'Donnell was originally offered the role of Mary Sanderson, one of the Sanderson sisters. Ironically, turned it down because she didn't want to seem like a scary witch, which
she is
kind of her thing, right?
Yeah, Jennifer Lopez almost took the Sarah Jessica Parker role.
Really?
Would have been
I
good.
didn't know that. Yeah, she would have been good. I like J-Lo. Although
as an actress,
as a Freak Off member, she's in a heap of trouble right now too.
Is she?
So I think she's part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Isn't that? Didn't you hear that? That's why Ben Affleck, like they got their second divorce or whatever.
He seemed pretty miserable regardless.
There are clips of him
where
he's just being like yelled at by. That should be like the ultimate like meme forever of what it is to be married.
It
like,
is
this marriage in a nutshell.
No, that is. Yeah, it's him.
Someone beat me to it.
Yeah. Dunkin' Donuts and just sad sweaters.
Sad.
Beards covering up your sadness.
Remember when he had that tattoo?
The dragon?
Yeah,
he still has it.
It's amazing.
For the Phoenix. It's really bad.
It's so good. I love Ben Affleck. He's the best. I like him more today than I did when he was younger.
You know he speaks fluent Spanish with all the like
sense.
Yeah.
I mean, married J-Lo.
It's true.
Yeah. So the pitch to Disney when they were trying to get this movie made.
And it was like an 84 too, right?
Yeah. The writers had the execs go into a dark room with broomsticks and a vacuum cleaner hanging from the ceiling. And they also scattered 15 pounds of candy corn throughout the room. 15 pounds of candy corn is
a lot. By the way, do you know why it's called candy corn? This is fascinating, actually.
Is candy corn Spanish for disgusting tasting candy?
No, I love candy corn, by the way. Yeah, love it.
Coster Hoppin. There's only one person I know in the world outside of Max who likes it. It's my father-in-law, and we give him hell about it all the time.
It's incredible.
Way too much sugar.
It's literally the grossest thing in the world.
I love that it's like eating plastic. Like things that shouldn't be eaten. That's what you know. What I mean?
That's a Jeopardy category for you.
But do you know why it's called candy corn?
No, I don't.
So you know it's yellow, white, orange.
Yeah.
So if you stack them like little pieces of pizza around like a pizza thing, like and keep going like cascading upwards, it forms the outside as like a cob of corn. They're all little kernels of corn. It's pretty cool. That's a neat fact. You didn't know that?
I didn't know it because I don't want to know anything about candy corn because it's gross. Licorice and candy corn are the two most disgusting types of candy.
Red licorice or black?
Any type of licorice.
Red licorice is good. Twizzlers? No. Red Vines? Are you Red Vine house?
No. I am a Reese's peanut butter cup. Anything Reese's. The Reese's eggs, peanut butter cups.
Peanut butter's so immature.
You're immature.
Yeah.
I will tell you, you want to know
my head's full of peanut butter.
I'm not a Snickers fan, but Snickers ice cream bars are literally the most amazing thing in the
They're
world.
really good. Those are Twix, frozen Twix.
Oh yeah. We have those in our house all the time. They don't last very long.
Delicious.
I shouldn't have told you that because you're known to raid people's refrigerators without asking and taking.
It's true. I almost ate some freeze-dried candy you left out. I didn't though.
Because I had to talk with you about it. You remembered?
Yeah, that doesn't gotta stop me.
That was not too good.
No, Selena left out apples that she picked at an orchard, and she's like, "You can have one," and I had 9, and
now I have gout.
To guilt trip me, see, they were in the cupboard.
Wait, did you really have 9?
Yeah.
After she told you could have 1.
Yeah.
You're the worst.
To guilt trip me, she put them out on the counter. She didn't say anything. She just let them sitting there. They're like the one sad apple, and it like really got to me. And she laughed. She laughed for quite a while.
Dude, what is wrong with you?
I have a weird thing about food. I think all food is mine.
That's not a weird thing about food. That's a weird thing about entitlement.
Yeah, but just for food.
No, you do it like you'll sit on people's couches. You'll change the thermostat at people's houses.
Sit on people's couches? Aren't you supposed to sit on people's couches?
No, not with
that couch is not for sitting. Get away from that. What are you doing sitting on my couch?
You got to ask first. You can't just sit on someone's couch.
You ask before you sit on a couch?
Whatever.
It's crazy.
Bette Midler says that of all the films that she's done, Hocus Pocus is her favorite.
She hasn't done any good films.
No, Beaches.
Beaches, yeah.
Beaches is good.
Yeah.
So this is a terrible opening weekend. 8.1 million, bad reviews. What was the budget?
It was 20-something million and it made 50 million. 28 million and it made 50.
Yeah.
So
it's got a call following.
Yeah, I think I kept going through Halloween.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
did this have a full release? It's made for TV. Did this have like
no? This was so like I said, it was made for TV and its look and feel. This was not made for TV. This was a full release.
Wow, because all I remember of it was that it was on TV all the time.
Well, the cult following is huge, and then when you're a Disney property, like you're queued up, right? Because Disney owns like everything, so you're ready to go on regular TV.
Yeah, all my theater friends, all my tattoo friends, obsessed with this movie. It's like a Renaissance fair. Almost,
it is.
You know?
I see that. Yeah, there's a little bit of that. In other countries, this movie is called Abracadabra.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Abracadabra.
I love when they say,
I want to talk to Samson.
They say the title of this movie in it. They're like,
that is your favorite thing in films. When
I don't believe in that Hocus Pocus. It's like, ha ha, I said it.
Maybe he's a lethal weapon.
Yeah.
Time to die hard with a vengeance.
It's time for me to Superman 4 Quest for Peace. Oh, that's why they called it that.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Not a great movie.
It would have been cool. Wes Craven, remember? He almost directed that.
Yeah. Did you, I don't, has it come out yet? The Superman biopic?
I saw advertisements for it. Doing
Christopher
really, really
Reeve.
well.
Okay,
critically.
you prefaced that wrong. I was like, Superman's real?
No.
Clark Kent was a mild
the Christopher Reeves biopic.
No, I haven't seen it come out yet.
Have you seen the preview for it?
No.
Oh, dude.
You gonna cry?
Very rarely have I seen like a preview for a film. I get like goosebumps. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
You got to watch that. And then the SNL thing came out, right?
It's got Jim Henson in it. I'm surprised you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't a good experience for him, right? He was kind of like shunned.
He wasn't it wasn't the right venue for him.
Yeah.
I don't think he was shunned. It wasn't the right venue. A lot of people doing drugs and trying to be funny. That wasn't Jim Henson's gig.
I'm 1 for 2, and I'm all out of funny. So I thought it was interesting. One of the main characters in this movie is dubbed over the entire movie.
The cat?
Yeah. I mean, when he's a real person, too, they dub over him, too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's...
Oh, is this because they wanted him to sound like from the
17th century.
17th century, yeah. I did hear that.
And it was done by Jason Martzon. Do you know who Jason Martzon is?
I don't.
So he played Max Goof in the Goofy movie. So that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Boy Meets World, Blossom, and Step by Step, he's Cody's best friend, Rich.
Okay.
If you saw his face, you know
if I saw his face, you're right.
Yeah.
I know we'll get into the actors and actresses in a moment, but I do have one thing. It's my last fact, but I think it's kind of cool. Hocus Pocus has a couple things in common with the 1999 film American Beauty, Academy Award-winning film American Beauty. You may not think that at first. Not the bag. The bag is not in both movies. In Hocus Pocus, the actress Thora Birch plays Dani, the adorable little sister.
Yabos.
You do love yourself some Yabos. Ironically, that's kind of tied to American Beauty as well. But anyways, in this movie, she's the cute little sister, et cetera, et cetera.
She's great.
In American Beauty, I don't know if you recognize her. She's a little bit older. She's Jane. She's Kevin Spacey's daughter.
The miserable daughter.
The miserable daughter who wants to get the boob job because one size, which is why the Yabos thing was funny. The other tie to this, which had to have been kind of mind-blowing for Thora Birch, is that in Hocus Pocus, when the kids kind of prematurely celebrate the victory against the Sanderson sisters after locking them in the kiln, they're shown talking in front of a house as they walk to the park. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
In American Beauty, that's the house that she lived in with her father and her mother when he got his head blown off. So there's your Hocus Pocus American Beauty connection.
And there's a few more, actually.
Between American Beauty and Hocus Pocus?
Yeah, in that after the sisters are burnt in the kiln, they celebrate, like you said, and they're in front of the house from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
So that's not a tie to American Beauty, though.
No, but it's another cool tie.
Yeah.
And also,
I have a lot of nice ties.
There's a fountain in the background, too, when they're celebrating. That's the Friends fountain.
Oh, from the show Friends. Keep all that. That's fantastic.
It kind of rears off.
No, I like it. Let it rear off. Like flip it in and let it rear off. Because like I literally it has nothing to do with that, Max. Like, oh, there's another tie, and I'm like,
to other movies.
But you didn't say that, so I'm sitting there saying there's a tie to two movies.
There's another tie to
and you go, there's
American
another
Beauty?
tie. And I'm like, American Beauty. You're like, yeah. And then you're like, not American Beauty.
I thought we were talking about movies.
I thought we were talking about all movies.
All movies.
Yeah.
Max. All right, let's hop into characters. And
wait, one more. One more cool fact.
It better be cool.
So,
it better be cool.
There was a 2004 show, Who Do You Think You Are?
Yes.
Where they researched famous people's backgrounds.
Yes.
Sarah Jessica Parker was on it.
Yeah.
And she was shocked to discover that her 10th great-grandmother
was a horse. That's such a Family Guy joke.
Yeah.
I gave you a taste. I gave you a full helping of Max Sanders.
I'd love that. More, please.
I don't know why your hat is exceptionally crooked right now. Sorry. Fix it, please.
It's because I was looking that way so much. I need something.
I know. Continue. I'm sorry. Horse joke aside. I think Sarah Jessica Parker is beautiful. Yeah. Continue.
So her 10th great grandmother, Esther Elway, who was a horse,
was
arrested in Salem, Massachusetts in the late 1600s for committing sundry acts of witchcraft and choking a neighbor to death. And
I love how it's like she shot her neighbor in the head. Witchcraft.
But the case never went to court, and she escaped with her life. And her case was the last case of the Salem witch trials.
Oh, no kidding! That's very cool.
It changed her perspective.
It did. Very cool. Any other facts before we jump into characters?
Powerpuff Girls are based on the Three Witches.
No.
Yeah, because
see, it's so funny. Max has set up such a good repertoire with me, where like when you say things like that, I'm waiting for it to just be a silly, stupid Max thing, and I don't know if it's a fact
real.
or not. That's amazing.
So Winifred is similar to Blossom, the red-haired leader.
Yeah.
Sarah is similar to Bubbles, the most beautiful but dim-witted blonde, and Mary is similar to Buttercup, the black-haired woman.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Well, along those same lines, do you remember when the three girls stole the brooms that the witches left outside?
Yeah.
If you go back and watch that, the three sisters that stole the brooms resemble the Sanderson sisters themselves. One had red hair and a green cape, like Winifred. One had black hair and a red cape, like Mary. And then one had blonde hair and a purple cape, like Sarah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, let's get on and cast the characters.
All right. I am going to start with just one thing, because I don't think you know this. I'm going to share something with you that's going to be new news. Max, if I asked you who are my all-time celebrity crushes.
Elizabeth Shue.
Who else? You should know there's three that I talk about regularly.
Jennifer Connelly.
Yes.
And who's the third?
Musician. We don't talk about it a ton, but you should know.
Cyndi Lauper?
No.
Pat Benatar?
Nope.
Leah Thompson and Howard the Duck.
What an amazing life. What a family. My blank is bananas.
Gwen Stefani?
I have a huge thing for Gwen Stefani.
Didn't know that, but it's
weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's not my type. It's not my type. Yes.
Did you watch the Just a Girl video and watch her do push-ups in the bathroom all the time?
No,
I do.
When you say things, it just comes across weird. Those are some of, I probably have more.
Yeah.
Like actually, we talked about one a couple weeks ago because I was making some comment. I was getting all hot under the collar about
Demi
someone.
Moore.
Oh yeah. Demi Moore is a train wreck in St. Elmo's Fire. Yeah. Anyways, this is one you never knew about. And I didn't realize it until I started researching for this movie.
Bette Midler. Really gets me
really
going.
Good. That's really, really good. Vinessa Shaw.
Okay.
So in this movie, Vinessa Shaw plays the love interest, Allison, right? But that's not where my crush was born.
Okay.
It was born in the pits.
Is it Ladybugs?
Yes. Have you seen Ladybugs?
Yeah, I love Ladybugs.
Oh, it's Rodney Dangerfield. I gotta tell you, I got a lot of balls. Have you seen Ladybugs? Ladybugs is a movie about it's incredible. So Rodney Dangerfield is trying to get a promotion at work, and he's also engaged. And the guy's like, I need someone to coach my daughter's soccer team. And he's like, oh, whatever you need, boss. I need the job. I get no respect. And the team is the worst. It's a collection of like the 7 or 8 worst female teenage soccer players that have ever played soccer. They don't know what they're doing, right? And he has a soon-to-be stepson who is a phenomenal soccer player, who is the guy from that Chuck Norris movie, not Chuck Norris movie. Sidekicks, yeah. Whose name, did he pass away? I feel like he did pass away.
Early.
This kid's like a Leonardo DiCaprio looking like handsome boy, right? And he convinces his stepson, soon-to-be stepson, to dress as a girl and play on his team, which today is much more controversial than it would have been back then.
Or less.
But there's some like ridiculous scenes, right? Like there's one scene where they're in a dressing room and he's trying to get a dress on and like he's never worn a dress, obviously. And there's a woman with her kid outside of the dressing room and all you see is like Rodney Dangerfield's feet and like a girl, what you think is a girl's feet, and the dress won't fit. And he's like, just hold still. It's not gonna. I know it's not gonna fit at first, but it'll feel better after a while. Like just horrible, like awful stuff. And then he walks out with his daughter. So, anyways, in this movie, Vinessa Shaw is in this movie as his like love interest, and she has got to be. She's probably 48. I'm 45. I think she's 2 or 3 years older than me. In '92, when Ladybugs came out.
Yeah.
Does that sound right to you? I was probably in like 6th or 7th grade. Like this girl was, this was it for me. I was like, I watched Ladybugs 1,000 times, just gazed at this woman's
She's
eyes.
very 90s.
She's very beautiful. She looks a ton like the girl from Varsity Blues.
Amy Smart.
Amy Smart.
Yeah, she does.
Who puts the shaving cream on herself.
No, that's Allie Larder.
Yes.
It's Allie Larder.
That's who.
Yeah.
Allie Larder. And she looks just like Allie Larder.
No, she looks more like Amy Smart.
She doesn't look like Amy Smart. Who, by the way, was a smoke show in Road Trip.
Yeah.
She was the Nakeds.
She was.
Yeah.
Yeah. She also gets by Jason Statham.
Can't use that.
She also gets smurfed by Jason Statham.
Smurftastic. The derailing of these episodes are my favorite. Anyways, before we go any deeper into anything having to do with characters, I had to let you know. I had to let you know.
Deeper in Amy Smart.
Playing West Cayman high school football might have been the opportunity of a lifetime for you, but I don't want your life.
When are we gonna do Varsity Blues
next week? No, we're doing Chucky. Child's Play next week. That'll be fun. All right, Max. That is the extent of the character research that I did. So please take over. I just want you to know that I had a huge crush on that girl.
Nice.
That's important. Our fans want to know that. They want to know what makes Mo tick.
They know.
They do.
Feet and cleavage.
Feet.
I don't know. Just weird, making weird statements.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Kenny Ortega, by the way, he was Michael Jackson's choreographer.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
And
I did not know that.
He directed the This Is It Michael Jackson movie. You know, that big biopic. Yeah, I
did know. Yeah.
So probably something weird in his past if he's like hanging out with Jackson all that time.
And probably the chimp. What was the chimp's name? Bubbles?
Yes, it was. The writers were David Krishner, who did An American Tale, which you love.
Krishner.
Yeah.
That's fine. Hare Krishna. Krishna.
An American Tale, which you love.
Love American Tale.
And The Page Master. That was a good one.
The Page Master.
It was like a dorky fantasy.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Mick Garris, who did the making of The Thing, Batteries Not Included. Critters.
Oh, I love Batteries.
I do too. I cry every time.
I cry every time I see
Critters 2 and The Fly 2.
Critters.
Yeah, love Critters.
And The Fly. Have you ever seen The Fly 2?
Yeah, it's Eric Stoltz. It's gross.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Neil Cuthbert, who did The Return of the Swamp Thing, Mystery Men, and The Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Adventures?
Yeah.
Not The Avengers of Pluto Nash.
Adventures.
You said Avengers.
Well, I mean, that too. Bette Midler.
Are you okay? Are you stroking out again?
I don't know. You made me nervous.
Well, just say the words the right way.
Oh, that's how you do it.
That's all you got to do. That's the ticket.
Yeah, just put the ball in the hoop, son. It's not hard.
I love how you equate speaking English to shooting a basketball.
Live on with the hot lights.
We're not live.
Bradley's watching me.
He is, always. What's his last name?
Coster.
All right, good.
Yeah. Bette Midler plays Winifred Sanderson. She was born in Hawaii. Didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
She worked at a Dole pineapple processing plant.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
She could have been the Dole Whip girl.
Mm-hmm.
She was the final guest on the Johnny Carson show. You got me nervous.
Carthen.
Yeah.
It's Carthen. Johnny Carthen.
Sarah Jessica Parker, awesome. She has a non-nudity clause in everything she does. If you notice, she's never been naked in a movie.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, which is interesting because Sex and the City, like everyone's having sex.
Yeah.
And like,
you ever seen that thing where it shows like this is how many people they slept with collectively, and it was like 1,000 people?
Was it really?
If you Google how many collective people,
well, 94% of them are Samantha.
Yeah. Oh, she's my fave.
I'm Samantha. I've watched Sex and the City through probably 15 times.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flight of the Navigator, she's great. LA Story.
Yeah.
Mars Attacks.
She's amazing in LA Story.
Yeah.
You didn't like that. Did I make you watch that?
Yeah, I really didn't like
about
it.
Yeah.
Too whimsical. I like your argument for this being like it's too whimsical and like it's too New Yorker in Steve Martin's brain. I like my Steve Martin a little lighter.
Yeah.
He gets kind of dark and intense.
Dude, I've watched LA Story a million times.
Yeah. This was my craziest fact. Kathy Najimy. Najimy.
Yeah.
She plays Mary, the heavier set sister. You know who she voices? Peggy Hill.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn it, Bobby.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're doing a remake that's coming out soon where Bobby's 25.
Oh, God. Very good.
Propane,
Bobby.
Omri Katz plays Max. He's fluent in Hebrew. He did 149 episodes of Dallas, and he was on Freaks and Geeks. Thora Birch, who you mentioned before.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, we knew her from American Beauty, but the one I knew her from, Monkey Trouble. Remember that little monkey, the Capucci monkey that would steal things?
No.
It was like a great year for monkeys. It was...
It was a great year for monkeys. Can you get, for all the t-shirts you own, and what year are we referring to, by
I think
the
it's
way?
92.
I need you to get a shirt that just says 1992, and then underneath, it was a great year for monkeys.
Monkey Trouble and Dunson Checks In.
Yeah.
Johnson Jackson's.
All it takes is 2 films for it to be a great year.
How many other monkey movies are there? Mighty Joe Young.
When did what was the Matthew Broderick War Games? When did War Games come out?
That's not a monkey movie.
There's a monkey in it.
Yeah, there's not. You're thinking of the one with Helen Hunt.
I am.
Yeah.
What year did that come out?
Like 89.
And what movie is that?
Oh, way to flip it on me. That like
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Let's just ask Siri instead of typing.
Oh no, it's Project X.
It's what?
Project
X. That's
Yeah.
what I meant. Yeah.
They throw a big party. It's
what year
crazy.
did that come out? Not the same Project X. And there's a monkey. His name is Bubbles. That's ignorant. That's ignorant, man.
All I want to do is pop culture, just telephone with you. That's it. That's it. This
Nobody
is
can follow this type of episode. People are.
It doesn't
get
matter.
headaches.
People are enjoying.
Nobody's enjoying this. No one is enjoying this.
And also,
Coster is like right here, and he's just like, "What are you guys talking about?"
those are the best episodes.
They're not. You're crying. That's how much fun you're having.
The basement yard, like that's what I want. She was also in Now and Then, which is a great movie about coming of age. You seen that one?
No.
It's basically like Stand By Me, but for girls. Christina Ricci.
Oh, and they're
Demi
all
Moore's
swimming.
in it.
I have seen it. Yes, I have seen it. And they all go skinny dipping. I think it's
Melanie Griffin, Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Vinessa Shaw we talked about. The guy who played Jay the bully, apparently he's like a cop in pretty much everything in his adult life. He's on 6 episodes of Stranger Things. He's the lead agent. A ton of cop shows. He's a meth head in Shameless. Whammy Burger customer and Falling Down. I thought that was kind of funny. And so the most interesting secondary characters, there's 2 of them. So,
Charles Rocket.
Yeah. So
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays Dave, the dad. And like you said, he's in Dumb and Dumber. He was on SNL. And I guess there's a callback to SNL. He was on for 1 season.
Okay.
And he infamously swore at the very end. And you're not supposed to swear, on live television.
Yeah.
He got fired immediately. So he yells at Max. He's like, Max, don't swear. So it's like a joke to that.
All right, that's cute.
But he has 2 interesting facts that are kind of crazy. So he officiated Joe Pantoliano's wedding.
Oh, Joey Pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in 2005, he slit his own throat.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
That's a terrible way to
That's
kill
crazy,
yourself.
right?
Like,
yeah.
Of all the ways to do it, that is.
So he looks crazy, though.
He's got a little bit of that.
Remember Earth Girls Are Easy? He's the Gina Davis' boyfriend.
He's the
Ted.
doctor. Yeah, the awful doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I didn't know that about him. That's really
pretty dark.
terrible.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would bring a fact like that to this show.
Just call me Starbucks because this roast just got dark.
What is that from?
Andy Samberg's roast of
That's right.
Seth.
That's right. Yeah. When he was doing all the.
Yeah. Joke's on me.
It wasn't of Seth. It was of. What's his face?
The rapist.
Handsome dude.
Yeah.
The rapist.
Joe Franco.
Yes. Joe Franco?
No, Dave Franco.
Not Joe.
James Franco.
James Franco.
Joe Frank. Are you thinking of Joe Patino?
Joe Paterno?
Paterno.
Paterno.
Max,
Potato.
I don't have these types of mental strokes unless I'm around you. I think that you contribute to them heavily.
And Doug Jones played Billy Butcherson.
Dick Jones.
So he seems like kind of like just a nothing role, right? It just doesn't seem like that guy would be big.
Right.
Batman Returns, he's the thin clown. He was on the Weird Al show. In Mystery Men, he was Pencilhead. He's in Men in Black 2. He was in Pan's Labyrinth. And in Hellboy, he's Abe Sapien, the water guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then in The Shape of Water, he's the fish that the girl sleeps with.
Oh.
Yeah. That was an Academy Award-winning movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So pretty cool.
Excellent work, Max. Any other characters you want to go over before we wrap?
Nope.
All right. Well, then it's time for us to slide on over to our Buzz in the Tower fan spotlight. Max, today's Buzz in the Tower fan spotlight is one of my favorites. Deidre Humphrey. She is hilarious and has been with us
since the beginning.
It's never lost on me that our 4-year anniversary is coming up in December, and we have like some fans who were like
day ones.
Yeah. And like I kind of like, since we've become so popular and famous, we just don't have the time that we used to. But we used to like really mix it up with all the first people because we were just in awe that people were listening to the show.
Yeah, no, her, Steve Joyce, Edwin Pratt.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some other ones. Second Life Designs.
Voluptuous Cannibal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But Deidre is. Did she ever end up podcasting? Because she was talking about it. She's got the voice for it.
She's really funny.
Yeah, she's hilarious. I'm curious to see what she had to say about the movie Hocus Pocus, or as I like to call it, Oka Poka. No, that didn't play well. How about Pocus Hocus? There you go. All right, let's hear what Deidre had to say.
Hello, it's Deidre, aka Glamazon PDX. Thank you to our hosts with the most, Mo and Max, for permission to buzz the tower one more time. This time to talk about 1993's Hocus Pocus. Look, in 1993, I was too busy listening to Nine Inch Nails and quoting Wayne's World to watch a lot of Disney movies. Nice. I was finally brave enough to watch all of the 80s Nightmare on Elm Streets that I was too young for when they were originally released. Do you think I'm going to take my $5, which is what I made in 1 hour working at the mall, down to the Videorama to rent Hocus Pocus? Yeah, right. And monkeys might fly out of my butt. I actually saw this for the first time a few years ago when the Sanderson sisters did their sequel. And now that I'm in my 40s, sporting my mom jeans and sipping my pumpkin spice latte, it's been cool to see these movies that I missed as a teen with my kid. Hocus Pocus is now in our annual rotation. I love fall. I'm an October baby. I love dressing up, and I thought this movie was very cute. My favorite part, though, has to be the cameo with Hollywood legends Penny and Gary Marshall. I don't know how the director knew them. He had to know them to look out and get them to play the neighbor couple waiting for trick-or-treaters. Gary as the devil and Penny as the frumpy housewife gets me. She's so funny. And he's just standing there in his red jammies and his red boxer shorts just waiting for trick-or-treaters. And she's got her little New York accent like, aren't you broads a little old to be trick-or-treating? Oh, it's the best. Gary, of course, is Hollywood royalty for directing shows like Mork and Mindy and Happy Days.
Nanu.
And, of course, Overboard in my beautiful Northwest, the coast over here. But Penny, she's a great director in her own right, Big. Having directed Big, of course, and A League of Their Own.
Fired from Real Genius.
What everyone knows her best for is Laverne, who we know Wayne and Garth appreciate too. Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated.
We're gonna
Wait, what are we doing? We've got backstage passes for Alice Cooper. I digress. Well, this was a really fun rewatch. I love Halloween, and I just thought it was really fun to get to cozy up and watch this again. So thank you, Mo and Max, as always, for letting us all reminisce. Follow me on socials if you want to do some more nostalgia binging. Glamazon PDX, and happy Halloween, everyone.
So that handle again is Glamazon PDX. Yeah. That's what I come to expect from Deidre.
She's great.
A+ material.
Yeah.
She loves Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Like she slipped at least 5 Wayne's World references into that.
She's great.
It's funny because her experience with this movie, she was much kinder about it than I am, but like it's kind of the same thing. Like this isn't something I would go out of my way to watch. It's great because it's something I can actually put in front of my kids. But like,
this is my first time, so that's why it was such a fun experience for me.
Oh, the first time's always special.
Yeah. Is it?
No, for me it was.
Mine wasn't.
No, I'm sure when you had to pay her when you left that dark room in Chinatown, you're like, this has been great. Don't tell my parents. Then you went home and watched Terminator 2 and talked to your therapist about it for weeks. All right, Deidre, thank you again for coming on the show. Max, that wraps Hocus Pocus. Next week, we do our last episode for the month of October on our Halloween Spook Fest. We're going to be doing Child's Play.
Yeah, Chucky.
That's a movie I can sink my teeth into.
Yeah.
I'll bring a little more energy and excitement next week. A reminder, if you haven't yet, follow, subscribe, rate, review. Apple Podcast, Spotify, all the players. We're in the game. And YouTube.com @BuzzInTheTower to see our pretty faces. Patreon.com/BuzzInTheTower to support the show. BuzzInTheTower.com is our website where you can buy officially licensed merchandise. November and December right around the corner. It's time for you to get a gift for that special loved one. What says I love you more than a Buzz in the Tower tank top? Nothing.
Zero things.
Absolutely nothing. We are sponsored by 80stees.com, the best purveyor of nostalgic t-shirts and stuff you can find on the internet. And Max, how do you want to end this episode as I have now wrapped?
Twist the bones and bend the back. Trim him of his baby fat. Give him fur black as black. Just like this.
That's good. How about, how do I want to finish? I tell you what, Hocus Pocus, am I right?